Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title of the Heavyweight Podcast is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation.
What's good? This is episode 181 of the Heavyweight Podcast.
Yay.
I am your antisocial host, Stutta McFly, but never your favorite. Back again with these two guys, and shout out to Des that couldn't be here. Go ahead and state your name for the beautiful people out here.
Call me Broke Mo. Yeah, right. Nobody believe that shit.
Everybody still calls you Mo Button.
Broke as shit. Mo.
What happened? You like broke your toe or something?
No, it was my wife's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Broke my toe. broke.
And I'm Gap Hill.
Gap Hill.
Gap Hill drink Sprite. Oh.
How were your weeks?
Expensive.
Why?
My baby turned 38.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
She 38 and fine. I couldn't find a balcony. But
Don't go down that one? Okay.
but we did get out, got her some stuff, you know. She didn't ask for much. I'll be overdoing shit.
That's good. You can't overdo though.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I kind of feel like I'm an asshole because she asked for shit and I give her the opposite.
Deliberately.
Yeah.
Then yes.
She'd be like, just give me a gift card to Sephora, and I go to Ulta and get a gift card. It's still makeup.
Yeah.
It's still makeup,
But
it's not where she wanted to be.
yep. It's Home Depot to Lowe's.
Yeah, still works. Same products.
Wow. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
No, I got her what she wanted.
Good.
She wanted me.
Anywho.
Happy birthday, baby. She gonna like, you always talking shit. I do. I talk shit.
He said it.
Yep.
Kevin, your week, sir?
My week was good, man. My week was good. You know, did a little trip, left in, you know, little vacay.
By yourself?
I thought you were channeling Jay for a second.
Was that Jay-ish? I had to burp. I was trying to hide it. It's good. Went to a little football. A little last game of the season. That was fun.
What's up? Did you win?
It was fun. And the tickets could have been cheaper. But that's my fault. But have fun with the family, all, you know. It's cool. I don't know if my mom see me like that.
I'm pretty sure your mom knew you turned up.
Crash course. That was my week. That was yours.
Work. Dope show. It was a dope show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. My nuts.
I don't know. That's how you started a sentence.
I just
cut him.
I left it alone.
My blood pressure finally was good.
I'm proud of you for that, but I'm not talking about your nuts.
It's a bit testy.
But anywho, sorry. How was it? You rocked them?
Yeah, it's chilling. How's it hanging?
I was trying to get out of there. Pause.
All right. Yeah, it was chill. It was a dope show, dope event. I appreciate for Diesel and Personal for having me out.
I'm sorry I couldn't make it.
It's all good. It's I get life be lifing.
You're nuts. I couldn't make it. I couldn't make the show. My daughter had her competition, so I couldn't make the show.
He's like, fuck you.
So,
Yeah, it was a dope show. You know, dope event. You know what I'm saying?
How'd the song go?
I think I remembered it. Well, I've been known to freestyle a lot. I think it's my brain's way of telling me you don't want to do that song. You want to do a new version.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. I think my brain, because my brain will be like, nigga, you know the song, but fuck that song. Let's do this.
That's like when you're doing a champagne pour that time. I said, nigga, that is not the words to the song.
Patrick still has the greatest hype man story of all time. I was performing in Beverly Hills for some sort of competition, and I had a song. Was it Plush? It was a song that he knew well, and midway through the second verse, I said, fuck that. My brain just went blank, and I just started freestyling. And he's going, ha! And he looks over at me like, and he like a deer caught in the headlights, and he just starts staring there, and he goes, And after the show, he goes, nigga, what was that's not how the song go, bro. I said, yeah, my brain just lapsed. I just started freestyling.
It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us.
I mean, there's not too many that can pull it off, the freestyling.
No, I'm talking about the brain lapse. I can't freestyle.
Yeah. But yeah, it was, I said it's happened to me frequently. And then I realized, like I said, when we saw the pop-out show that, nigga, sometimes shit happens.
Hey, that's my nigga.
Cause that nigga fucked up like 3 or 4 times on Not Like Us, and yeah, that was my week, and work and New Year and new goals and trying to get my tax return back. You know,
ASAP, nigga.
So shout out to Robert. Let's get into the shenanigans. The shenanigan of shenanigans. Go ahead.
You let a nigga shenan one time, you're gonna shenanigan.
Yes. So, what specific challenges do you guys want to tackle in 2025, and why?
My obesity.
Why?
Because I'm tired of being fat.
Do you want to be able to?
I want to be able to sit up here on the podcast with my shirt off in a 6-pack.
I don't think I feel comfortable as you sit up
It
here.
don't matter if you feel comfortable. I'm comfortable. Remember I talked about being selfish? That's going to be a selfish moment for me.
Well, then me and Des going to switch seats. Like, she can sit next to you. I was like, hey, man, he got his shirt out and shit. Then he going to be like, I mean, like, it's borderline, bro, because it's like, you sit out here with your shirt off. You talk about fucking on balconies.
Hey, my wife.
One bad memory can make a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, like,
as long as I don't go to the cabin from last week, I'm fine.
Oh my God, anyway. Yeah. I think I asked the question, right?
Yeah. You asked the question. Kevin didn't answer.
Yeah. Yeah, you threw me off with the cabin. What were we at?
What do you
the challenge I want to tackle this year. I was jacking off again, sorry. I told y'all, like, the school shit is pretty big for me.
That's what's up.
Like, I got pretty far before and I didn't finish, and I know I could have, so I want to do it.
That's what she said.
So she got close and didn't finish. At least it got close. At least it got her close. Small victories.
No, it's not, because now she's just mad.
Yeah, that's cool. So there's many that tried to get close.
Blue clit.
Blue clit? Is that what you said? That's a thing? Bubbles up. Oh, shit.
See, this is what we need Devs to fact check.
Yeah. I think I wanna figure out how to balance all that shit. Mm-hmm. That's the challenge, is the time and figuring out how to balance and still have a life.
When you figure that shit out, let me know.
Because I know it's gonna be a lot. Because I hate math, and apparently there's a lot. So yeah.
2025, I want to tackle winning the lottery.
Shit.
Well, I guess there's no why to that. Like, no shit. We know why.
Don't we all? Shit.
Being a millionaire. Something.
Shit.
So I can not have to fucking do the day in and day out job. Be able to just enjoy and take advantage of life. So, so if there's anything that can say, hey, you know what? Now you ain't got to worry about all that shit. You can just go do what you want to do with your heart desires. So, because life be life, and it's kind of hard to get to those points. So.
Shit.
I think the thing is, I realized if I won Lotto right now and I didn't have no bills, I'd probably be in the gym 3 hours a day.
With that, I mean, that's your heart's desire,
They're like, nigga, do you live here?
Better than having your body sculpted like Drake. Right? Say Drake.
Get them Drake abs.
Yeah. Or you could just be like 50 and just put them on the album cover.
Yeah,
just write them in.
I was like, I'm not sure what I would do, but I might go that route. I probably would go that route.
Oh man. That's shout out to The Massacre. That was an interesting album.
That's a good way to put it.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank. How can you redefine failure to view it as a stepping stone rather than a setback?
It's only failure if you didn't learn. If you could take something away to make the next attempt better or easier, then it's not a failure. It was just a learn. It was just a learning process.
I can see that. I definitely agree.
So you gotta learn to embrace that sometimes the failure, there's wins in the failure.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the only way you can, because if you just accept defeat, then nothing was accomplished.
Yeah,
just a waste of time.
The next time you can make her come.
Yeah, we got close.
Instead of getting close.
It's like Neo said, closer. That's the only way I can see turning failure into it, though. Is you got to learn from it, man. You can't just accept it.
Yeah, it's like when you trying to do a certain lift in the gym, you can't do this week. You couldn't do the weight. Maybe next week you can.
Like I told you, when I tried that 90. It's gonna hit the floor. I'm not killing myself today. Not today. Because that shit, the biggest fear is that motherfucker fall flat on your face and everyone's looking at you like, ooh, like, you like, hey, is everything cool? And you're fucking missing your 2 front teeth and shit? Like,
you can be missing more than that.
Yeah. So,
you answer.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna ask you because you said that. I was like, what if you shit yourself? Is that
what?
How do you bounce back from that?
Don't eat that shit again. Don't eat that shit again unless you're at the house.
But I think for me, it's when I felt like I've been a failure. It's like those times, even doing the shows, when I would fuck up, I would feel like the biggest fucking failure. Even though no one noticed, and everyone's like, oh, you're dope. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, but I fucked up. And then like you try to tell yourself it won't happen again, but there's always a chance it will, because you can't predict what your brain's going to do. Mm-hmm. In those moments, you just kind of got to adapt. And so I guess that's the learning curve, is adapting. Like saying, you know what, yeah, you can't help that you might lapse. But if you stay ready,
you ain't got to get ready in a real way.
I learned that in Pomona. Did you know that?
From Sugar Free himself?
Yeah, he was like, hey, man, I don't know if you know this. And I said, word? Yeah. Then I went on stage and killed it. So, yeah, what habits or mindsets are you willing to let go of to foster your personal growth?
What habit I'm willing to let go anything that I can determine to be self-sabotaging, whether it be behavior or thought. Learn to, because I think for me, especially in 2024, I had to learn how to reprocess my thoughts and how to get the negative out of it, and to try to be more positive, because I'm not a very positive person. I'm always looking at the pessimistic side of the coin. You know, what could happen probably will happen type shit, most negative way. So I think that's one thing I'm trying to get rid of.
Okay.
I'm quitting smoking.
Word?
Using the patch. That's been helping.
What about the gum? You try that again?
I haven't had an urge like that, so that's been good.
That's
Like,
okay.
I think the biggest test will be when I decide to try to go on stage, and because I'll smoke a whole pack for that. So that's gonna be interesting.
Just light up the other stuff.
Yeah, but that ain't the same as cigarettes, man.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Hell no. If I tried to smoke as many cigarettes or smoke as much weed as I did for cigarettes in that moment, that wouldn't be good. I'd just be on stages.
Look at the crowd like, are you telling me a joke or what?
So 30 minutes later and shit like,
Oh shit, I'm telling jokes. My bad.
it's like, well, someone said his first joke. Nigga, you've been up there for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's my biggest, man, is I have to get rid of that. Because I don't smoke enough to like get cancer off of something. Like I could get cancer from not a lot of smoke, but I'm like, it's dumb to get cancer off of the amount that I smoke. Where you're like, dog, you didn't smoke enough, or you just, your dumb ass just kept smoking until it happened. So yeah, the patch is helping. I'm using that. So, and then hopefully I can just wean off and just be free of the chain of having to go outside. Hey, brother, I know it's cold, but I'm going to go step outside real fast. So,
Take a cut, just a couple.
That's my biggest.
I guess I'll just stop vigorously masturbating.
Why?
It does harm to my penis.
I shouldn't have asked.
He was the first one to walk out the cabin alive.
All right. Look, seriously. I just want to make sure I keep not let the bad thoughts come through like that. I said, like we've talked about it in previous podcasts, where it's like you have that one thing that triggers the next thing, so you start thinking of every possible outcome being wrong. Just not let it actually take shape or form. So as soon as it's happening, like, cut that shit out. I can do this. Yeah. Cut that shit out. I can do this. So that's the big thing, because I know when I feel like I've failed, like it only seems to happen when I feel like I failed at that said thing, and then I'll just start thinking about, well, what if I fail at this too, or what if I fail at that too? What if this? And it's like you can always bounce back, man. Like, so that's trying to keep that in my mind. Like I can always bounce back, and yeah, the bad things are going to happen, but don't let them take shape and let them control or steer the ship. And also not vigorously masturbate, because again, I said it's done some damage to my pickle.
It's probably taken away from valuable writing time too. You could be writing.
Yeah, I could. And I'm over here just.
I would have thought that
getting your arm tired and shit.
I would have thought that the clarity made the bars more lethal.
Post-nut clarity is different.
Yeah, because you're like, why do I need to rap?
Yeah.
Why do I need? What is rap? Why does it matter? Yeah.
Oh,
it's almost like, when you get that post-nut clarity and you're like, why do I put fucking on such a high pedestal? And then you're like, you know what? I don't even need to fuck to survive. Then that horniness comes back.
I'm gonna try to. How do you figure this out? I'm gonna figure this out for you. Got to get you to be able to make a beat off of your rhythm.
No, okay,
I'm good.
No,
and then rap on it.
No,
we know.
That might get you banned. That'll get you banned.
Nah.
I don't want to also think about that every time I make the song. Like, man, I remember how I came up with this beat.
Came exactly.
So, in what ways can accountability partners enhance your journey towards your goal?
If they're a true accountability partner and not trying to like bring you down and make you feel bad, it'll motivate you. Like, because some people like take the accountability partner instead of like recognizing the good things they do. They only be like, hey man, you fucking up. Why you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. And you're like, yo, I get it. Can you say, hey, today's not the day. Don't eat that. Like,
Yeah.
but like having that is important because we're human.
Yeah.
Like we fall. So it's like somebody has to be there and be like, yo, guess what? You see these? I feel a lot too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's there to pick you up and motivate you and not let you know that it's not all bad when it's bad. Like there's still good on the outside. So I think that's what I think. But you gotta have a good accountability partner. Like
I agree. I think you got to have somebody that's But I feel like with the accountability partner, it got to be both ways. You got to be holding each other accountable. It can't be a one-way street, and it got to be like everything in life. It's not what's said, it's how it's said. Yeah. So it's like you got to have a partner that approaches you, and vice versa in the right terminology, so that it's not taken as an attack. Yeah. And you just, hey man, like, remember this is the goal. You're doing good. Do you want to hinder the goal? You know that doing this, taking this course of action will hinder the goal. So that type of thing. But I do think it's important. I think it's damn near necessary because a lot of times, I know for me personally, I get in my own head and I can be like, you know what, like I've been doing good. One Snickers won't hurt. Then that one Snickers turned to 3 Kit Kats. So what happened?
Barbell, bro.
3 whole Kit Kats?
Huh?
Like, are the little fun size ones?
Huh? Yeah, 3 Kit Kats. So,
barbells, bro. Trick your mind.
No, I can't. That's one thing I can't do. That's one thing I can't do.
So we're talking 12 bars?
It's almost a rap song.
Yeah, it's almost one verse. It's almost one verse.
Yeah, it goes both ways. I think it's necessary. I think it's needed.
That's true too.
Because it starts. Yeah. You don't even have to be about diet. It could just be holding you accountable for the shit you're doing that it ain't right. Yeah. Like like when you're like quick to anger or like you quick to respond or sarcastic response or anything that you're trying to like improve on. Like they point that out.
Fucking rapper brain. Go ahead.
But I'm done.
Oh, just you were talking. He said the Kit Kat, and then you said the verse, and then my head went barbell. Don't sweat it.
Oh man,
my 12 won't make you diabetic. Like, see, because it's bar. Yeah.
Right,
anyway,
I'm gonna sell that.
Pitch it. You gotta give credits though.
Yeah.
It's documented.
That might be the new.
Documented.
That might be the new barbell commercial.
Will make you diabetic.
Endorsements.
Well, yeah, we gotta write this stuff down because I think they gonna watch it and be like, "Oh, we just stole it." We gonna beat somebody up.
Shout out to Papa Smashworkers.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
They got a second location coming off of Calco.
Oh, word. Yeah. Closer to me.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, so I was chopping up with him. Real dope cat.
What's up?
Also, shout out to Bodies by Patino. Joseph Patino, we see you. Appreciate you.
Sup, sexy.
Anyway, I'm not saying that one. I'm not going there. So
every time he posts video, I say, take the shirt off so I can see what they're buying.
He can't do that in the grocery store. They're gonna be like, "Hey, my man."
I realized I didn't answer. They could play a big part in your goals because of the simple fact that if you know for a fact you can trust that person, that you know that they're gonna whatever they're saying is done with the purpose of making sure you stay the course. So, it could play a big part of your goal, reaching your goals. Because if you know what, I might be in my head to do whatever, but I know this person's going to tell me whatever I might not like want to hear. I know I need to hear. Yeah. So, that's why I feel it plays a huge goal. So, How do you measure your progresses and celebrate?
I track everything. Health-wise, I track everything. I track what I eat, track the workouts, track my steps, all that. Track my weight, all that.
And how do you celebrate?
3 Kit Kats, nigga.
That was 12.
No, 12 bars.
12 bars.
3 Kit Kats.
3 whole packs. He ain't fun sizing shit.
I take the small wins. I think, because I feel like with me personally, is what I do, man. It's like, I'm not going to indulge myself in the things I know that are bad for me, but I will, in all seriousness, I will eat something I normally wouldn't eat throughout the week when I'm proud of myself. I reward myself a little bit. Like, don't overdo it. Like, I'm not going to eat 3. I might buy 1 and break it in half and get out of my wife or my daughter. Get a little taste. Or my current vice is I buy the Oreo Thins, and so 4 cookies is like 140 calories. So I'll eat 6 of them. So about 200 calories. I'm like, okay, well, at least I gotta go. Or I did good today. I'm gonna eat some Oreos. So I eat them 6 now. Put the thing up. Substitute. But
I like it.
I'm gonna reward myself on them.
Trick the mind, bro. Barbells.
Yeah, okay. My mind is not as powerful as yours.
Me and barbells are like this, nigga. I'm the only one that thinks that in Alaric.
Because Alaric don't know no better.
No,
he don't know no better.
He be robbing me for shit, too. I said, you know how much this shit cost? Anyway, go.
No, that don't stop. That don't stop. You already know that. I just saw Val come down with my Tupac shirt. I was like, I've been looking all over for that motherfucking shirt. You just pajamas, huh?
That's diabolical. It's my shirt I wear out, but you slept in it.
I was just like, fuck it.
The cold part, you probably got it from your wife.
Well, it probably went in the closet, like, put this shit on for sleep. One way is, like you said, tracking shit, like when it comes to health and stuff, like weight, try to weigh myself weekly and keep an eye and see where it's at. Golf and stuff like that, doing things like I track results by how many balls I don't lose by the end of the round. I was trying to figure out a way without pausing that. How many golf balls I end the game with. It's like celebrating shit like that is, I don't know, that's tough. That's tough. Because I feel like just doing it and getting better at it is like a, hell yeah. I don't know if that's a good enough celebration. Is that not? It's not rewarding yourself? Just a good hell yeah. Attaboy. I
mean, if it works for you. It's about what works for you.
I mean, yeah, it's hell yeah. Attaboy. Because I'm like, I got more to do.
Don't attaboy me.
I'm attaboy myself.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm not attaboy.
It sounds racist.
It's from a nigga?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, because in the celebration, that could go awry. It could be 12 bars.
Yeah.
So, hell yeah. What's up? You look pensive.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking.
About the golf balls or the Kit Kats?
I was thinking about the whole phrase. Because I was like, I don't think he could have gotten out of that one.
The golf balls?
The ball, when you said the initial balls statement, I was like, that's...
Yeah, I was halfway in.
You guys can go back and look at my facial reaction. I was... See, there he goes again.
You said that and then you said he couldn't got out of it. I said, damn, was he at a Diddy party?
Shit.
You stuck in here, nigga.
I'm going to hell.
So, I try to measure progress and just, I don't necessarily like to track things because I feel like when you don't get what you want to see, it kind of discourages me. But I'll do things like, if you notice clothes fit differently, and you're like, nigga, I remember what these felt like 2 weeks ago or a month ago, and you're like, damn, like, these fuck shits is loose now. Like, you remember those, and you take those victories, like, damn, that shit fits loose, because when you hear when you see on a scale, a lot of times it can fluctuate. So like you might be getting progress, but because the weight on the scale says that you gained 2 pounds, you don't realize you lost 2 off your waist.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I try to look at it in the other victories of what we deem like you might notice a shirt fits differently.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, damn, this shit's more flowy. That means the nigga gut went down. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the victories I like to take are celebratory things I like to do is I'm not saying it. Celebratory, I might be like, I'll go to this protein shop and get one of those Herbalife shakes.
Not the crack ones, right?
No, the ones with it's like the cookies and cream. They have one called the Cookie Monster.
Okay.
I'll fuck with that. And they have like imitation Oreos.
They got one that's, what do you mean the crack one?
With the Herbalife crack in it.
And then they have those teas though.
That's crack.
Yeah, that's crack.
Yeah.
And they have one that's called the Black Panther.
Fuck.
Because you turn into what?
No, because it's like a purple, but it looks like the Black Panther, and then they have one called Captain
you
America.
think about like Huey and the Black Panther, huh?
Nah, I was like, nah.
You go like this when you're done, or what?
Nah, I was like, it got E and J in it.
Good old irk and jerk, huh?
No.
Good old irk and jerk.
No.
We know these niggas will love this. That's dope. That's a shake or a.
You still do the?
Is that you said smoothie?
Yeah, smoothie.
Yeah.
You don't do the protein donuts anymore?
When I get the chance to, but normally I end up like I think one of the things I like to eat now is like that reminds me of them. It's like the Quest. They have Quest muffins, chocolate chip muffins. The protein in that motherfucker tastes just like the.
I'm gonna tell you what not to get. I got I don't know the brand of it, but it was like a PB&J protein bar. And I said, I'm gonna just try it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just try it. You know the 7 for 20 or whatever. So I need it. I'll try something different. Instantly regretted it.
They fucked up PB&J?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I have go-tos.
It was terrible. They were out of my go-tos, so I ain't been
trial
back
and
since.
error.
I ain't been back since.
Now I thought you were gonna say instant regret. Well, I learned the hard way.
What's that?
It was like Atkins gummy bears.
Don't do it.
When I say that my stomach was tore up,
no, it's that sugar. It's the artificial sugar they use. Yeah.
And I heard blue, blue, blue. I said, I said, clear my schedule for the next 2 or 3 hours. This isn't flying.
Well, it will be.
Blue, 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 blue. I said, shit.
Be right here.
Yeah, I know what that means. It says it's talking to me. But yeah, I take like the protein, but the protein donuts, when I get the opportunity to get them, I get them. But I told you about the guy that worked there that was trying to like get me on his training team or whatever. Like he wanted to do like the workout plans. So I think he worked for Herbalife too. That motherfucker, I said I went and got a smoothie there one day. Within 30 minutes, he texted me. He's like, man, I hope you enjoyed your smoothie. Yeah, so let's do that workout. Whatever. I said, nigga, it ain't even been 30 minutes. I'm still drinking my fucking protein shake. And like he kept on texting. I was like, man, fuck this. You ruined my fucking protein spot. Cause I won't go back. Cause of that nigga.
Yeah. I won't be back. Have you been back to that bagel shop?
Mm-mm. Which one?
With the next down the street from the gym?
Last time I went was
that shit fire.
Months ago.
That sandwich was good. So
yeah,
good.
their bagels, their croissant breakfast sandwiches are fire.
Fire.
I think it's called like bagel something. Menifee bagel. No, I don't know. But it's fire. But yeah, I just find things that shit. Legendary pastries are fire to me.
Does Papa Smash count?
Papa Smash is my my go-to for a cheat meal burger. Them fucking burgers are fire. And when I get the chance to eat those, and then it's dope, even dope now because it's like to get the head nod from the owner, like because every time he sees me, he shakes my hand. Now it's not like I'm just a customer. It's like you're my peer. So it's a dope feeling because it now not just it's enjoying a cheat meal, but also saying I see you just like I see him. As far as like, hey, I respect your hustle, and he's like, he said that Stutta McFly Heavyweight Podcast is here. Like, it feels good to hear. So, it works in two ways. It's celebratory in two aspects of it.
That's what's up.
You get a cheat meal, and you're building a rapport with somebody because you respect what they do. So, and vice versa, they do the same. We're gonna switch it up because we went through those questions pretty fucking fast. We're gonna change it to team dynamics.
Okay.
What are your common barriers of effective communication within teams?
Barriers?
Yeah.
I think sometimes people try to be a little passive because they don't want to rub people the wrong way. And but I always try to look at what was said with the intent behind it. Like if I knew that you're just stating how you feel or what you see, and there's no malice intent, like it was stated for the betterment of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have no ill will against you. But I think it's very very hard to grow and be close when there's always tension or you're always apprehensive about pointing something out or saying something. I feel like everything needs to be on the table. I feel like so for the group to progress and be great, it needs to have open lines of communication with no judgment. You know what I mean? So I mean, and for me personally, as long as there ain't no rah-rah behind it, I'm not going to receive it that way.
Will you say with past situations that was present?
Yeah, and I kept the same injury.
I'm just curious because it's like
energy.
Those things.
Yeah,
I do think that those things can cause conflict, and when you're trying to get to a better place. So I definitely feel like when it should be an open.
Yeah, but
dialogue.
I also think what happened in the past affected another member to not say things when they want to say things, and so Des needs to know. I'm just saying, you can say what you feel.
Yeah.
Like it's about how you say it. Like as long as don't come at me in no type of way, and I'm not going to come back at you. Like we can be adults. We can have a civil conversation about things. There's a way to address things. There's a way to handle things. There's a way to keep things professional. Don't talk like you wouldn't be out of pocket with your boss. So don't be out of pocket with me. We can keep that same level of respect.
Oh.
I think it's important to understand that conflict and discourse doesn't mean it should be the end of shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people are afraid to have that. Where it's like, oh, well, sometimes motherfuckers have it. You know what I mean? And that sometimes is good to build on. It's like you said, as long as nobody...
It's the intent behind it.
Yeah. So it's like, that's the openness. Is like people are afraid to have that. Because I think people believe that can end things, you know what I mean? And if that's the case, then it's like it wasn't built on the proper foundation in the first place.
Facts.
So I think that's a big thing in effective communication in teams is it's all right. Sometimes you gotta have that shit.
Yeah. But
put it out there. Like we can have it. It's fine. And like that's how it goes.
Just like any relationship, you're not gonna agree all the time. Sorry about that, Kevin. That's fucking dirt. You all right, McFly?
Yeah. But yeah, because I think I was thinking about the what was said to me recently. It's like you have to be able to have those conversations, but and if you can't have those conversations, then you got to question if that's the people you want to be around.
Yeah.
If you can't have those honest conversations, because you got to be able to have those conversations. So it's like you got to be able to say what you feel. You got to be able to say what, because like how are you going to grow if you can't?
Yeah.
So I definitely think like get into a place of being comfortable with the uncomfortable is key, because you're going to always have uncomfortable moments, especially when you're trying to grow. And that's in anything you do, except penis enlargement, because I don't think there's a option for that yet. But
What, Peter?
Everything's in Turkey.
I just think this. I thought you were saying you don't get uncomfortable with that. I was like, I feel like when I know somebody's about to blade to my shit.
Yeah. So yeah, just understanding those and being comfortable there is important, and understand that when those uncomfortable moments happen, just work through them instead of trying to figure out like to avoid them. So handling conflict. How can team members approach uncomfortable conversations without escalating tensions?
That speaks more to being able to listen without feeling you're being judged or attacked. It's almost similar to like regular relationship shit. Like we can sit here and have a conversation and we can go back and forth, but we need to understand that we're talking about the problem. I'm not talking about you. You're not talking about me. We're talking about the problem. And I think that's the same thing in a team. Like there's an issue with the team, and now we're talking about the problem. Now, where that kind of gets like sketchy is when someone feels like this motherfucker's saying I'm the problem. Right. And it's not that you're the problem, it's your behavior or your lack of is the problem. That's what we're addressing. We're not addressing you. We're addressing the behavior or the lack of the behavior. And I think that's where it kind of gets sketchy, because naturally, people are defensive of themselves. Like, you're not going to sit here and tell me what I'm not doing. Because again, that goes back to what we were saying earlier about the accountability. Like, a lot of people don't want the accountability. But when you have a group and you're able to be accountable to one another, it makes those conversations easier to have, because they understand, hey, they're just holding me accountable for what I'm not doing, especially when it's something you've agreed to do and now you got to be pushed to do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to cause conflict, because you don't want, it's like the same way as like group projects in school. Like, no one wants to feel like they're doing more than the next person. Like, everybody should be chipping in, doing their part.
Yeah, because you don't want to be like, you got an A, and then like, well, I worked hard to get the A, and then this motherfucker didn't do shit, and they got the A.
He showed up. He showed up one day to present, and he got the A. Yeah.
I think I kind of go into what you were saying, but I kind of go a little bit opposite a little, where it's like when you get into that point of the conflict, sometimes it's good to address that feeling of like, if you feel like that, if you feel like you're that, but like address that, not like use it as a mechanism to start a fight. Be like, hey, this is how I feel when we do it this way, or when you say it this way, or when you do it that way. So it's like, okay, so we can understand how to communicate with each other as we go along. So if it's something that you have where it's like, hey, I feel this way when you say this way. Okay, cool. And that's on both people to address that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or the whole team or whatever, however it goes. Like, this I guess is all down to relationships with everything. But I think that's important, because sometimes people will let that shit go and be like, take things personally and just take it personally, like in a personal sense, without putting it out there. And it's like, well, I wasn't even saying anything that way. I wasn't trying to say that. But that motherfucker over there, like, oh, my bad. I didn't know you felt that way.
Yeah.
Like, so it's open, but it's like, say that I feel this way, but not like, hey, bitch, why you talking about me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like learning each other, and like, it's okay. Like,
and that's key too, Kevin, the learning each other part.
Yeah.
Because I think like you got to know me for a while to understand that when I'm serious, you got to know I'm serious, because there's a whole shift in tone and directness. Because I'll sit here and I'll laugh and we'll be funny and we'll joke and play, but when I'm serious, you see the shift in the body language and then the tone of my voice. Like,
that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, it's on you.
All right. So, for me, it's especially because with some recent, I feel like when I try to express myself, it comes off differently, especially in text. So
Text is a motherfucker.
So it can be reread, and I'm like, that's not what I was going for at all. I was just trying to say this, and it's like, for me, it's important. Like when you're saying, learning people is like for me, and I think Maurice knows me well. So like he might summarize what I was trying to say when I'm like, my brain will be like, isn't that what I said though? And I'm like, nigga, that's not how I came across. You're like, my bad. Like, so for me, yeah, it's understanding the situation and intent behind it, because I'm not I don't believe in having malice. There's no point in malice. Like I do believe in growth and trying to push things further, and I feel like sometimes it gets misconstrued in how I go about it, because my brain will spit it out a certain way in text. It's like I'll have to reread it, and I'm like, did I miss the assignment? Like, so for me, it's like, yeah, it's the learning and trying to get to an understanding, as far as saying that's not what I meant at all. This is my intention, or my intention behind what I'm trying to say is always like, especially in a team in a team setting, it's about growth for me. Like I want to see success on all fronts and building towards something. So like for me, that's like usually my main goal is to see success, because like I analyze a lot of shit, specifically podcasts that I see are successful, and I see what they thrive on and what they fall short of, and I try to like implement that towards whatever I'm a part of. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out if I needed to say anything else.
Well, I do want to say the funny part is when you send something and you read it and you like read it again, you're like, I don't understand what the fuck the problem is.
Yeah, and I say that's why I say Maurice is definitely like, he'll be like, what the nigga meant was this, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah. So that I didn't convey that. Got you. I got you. Yeah. So building trust. What strategies can leaders implement to foster psychological safety for open discussion?
Whew. Strategies?
Yeah.
You got to practice the habit of not letting the conversation leave the room.
Yeah.
I think that's what's most important, because you got to it has to be a level of trust that whatever is said or shared within the room or within the collective stays within the collective, and you're not spreading the information outside to get other outside opinions.
Yeah.
I like that. You said strategies, right?
Yeah, strategies.
As a leader, I think it's important to, when those things do get uncomfortable, you act accordingly as to the things like we said earlier. Like, don't respond in the way of off the handle, or take the time to, maybe I need to stop and count to 5 seconds before I respond to this shit. Like, be the example of what you want to see in a conversation is a strategy I could think of, because I don't know how else you do effective communication unless team building shit. I don't fucking know. Like,
I mean, team building is also important. Like you should spend time with each other outside of just whatever the creative circle is, because you have to. That's how you further relationship.
Yeah.
Because you have to see each other as humans, and not just teammates type deal. You know what I mean?
I also think like when we do, like for example, like when you came out the hoop, you kind of get an idea of a person's makeup in those settings, because like we're playing for fun, but at the same time you like, I'm pretty sure you like, this nigga's competitive as fuck. Yeah. Like, so like you do learn things in those team building instances where you're like, okay, so I know this motherfucker's got the heart to see certain things through and not just going to give up in certain instances too. Like it. So it's important to be like, when you do a sport, when people go play paintball or bowling or whatever, you kind of get an idea of what they're cut from. Like King Dice said, you see if he got the dog in him or not. So like,
the guy said, I'm not gonna roll my ankle to win the pickup basketball game.
I was thinking about your layup.
yeah. When I passed you the ball and you looked at me like, this ain't gonna go to pickle, you think?
In my defense, I was about 30 pounds heavier. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you the pass again. Are you gonna?
Let me get down about another 20 pounds.
Hey, but here's the thing: is he gave you an honest face?
Yeah, I said, but it was such a clean pass. That's what got me. I was like, nigga, this is one of the prettiest passes of my life.
He said good pass, but nigga.
Shit.
Yeah,
let it be known. Hey, I can.
That is true. Have you ever had that happen where you seen somebody go a little too hard? Where you're like, hey, this nigga.
Yeah, like he a little. You remember? Were you there for Hustle, man?
Yes.
Nick, I saw that nigga again. I said, "Nah, we're good." They were like, "You want to go hoop?" No, I'm good.
Nope.
They're like, "What? Nah, I'm good." Because that motherfucker would go out there.
He wasn't even part of the game. He intrudes on your game.
Yeah.
Are y'all playing 21? What score? I'll start from. No, nigga, we're playing. Like,
yeah.
like you're not part of the group. Like, who said you can be part of the group?
That's the thing. You don't want on the team. You're like, that's you doing too much.
There was one time he came, I think a different time, pause. And he came out in sandals and hooped, and he was trying to intrude on the game. I said, nigga, I'm not playing you, let alone in the sandals. I'm not playing. And then there was one time where he just openly gave a story I didn't ask for that let me know this nigga was crazy. Because he was like, yeah, man, this one guy said some shit to me in the parking lot. I said, let's fight right now. I said, why are you telling me this? Like, he said he was trying to like seek this nigga out in the parking lot. And I said, I feel like there's a reason why you're telling me this, I need to get the fuck away from you.
I couldn't trust him when the man said, it's the reason why this nigga he was playing dirty as shit.
Yeah.
But then he would try to quote some Bible verses to you. Like, nigga, if you go get out my face with this.
Oh, he was one of them.
He was a born sinner, nigga. Like, he was there.
Like, nigga, you just literally just pushed and elbowed 3 guys purposely to get the ball. Well, you know the Lord don't like. No, we don't like you right now.
Yeah, like.
You get out of here.
Hey, he communicated effectively.
That motherfucker there, boy. I'll tell you that. He was off. Man, I haven't seen him since, and I'm thankful for that.
He's at another gym.
Hopefully.
Tormenting people.
Somebody called 5150 on that nigga. That's why.
I told you about there was another old dude there that called me out, and that's why I ended up pooping that day, right?
Oh, no, he called you out?
He said, you ain't gonna do shit but eat anyway. And I said, this challenged me. So,
damn, that's disrespectful.
Nothing but eat. What's that mean?
Because it was on the holidays. So, because I was like, he was like, we have to run full. You running? I was like, man, I don't know. And he was like, come on, what you got to do the rest of the day? Ain't you gonna do shit but eat anyway? And I said, this one.
You don't know where I work.
Should be like, maybe.
He was right.
Hey, you know what, man? Fuck you.
I just didn't like the insinuation, nigga. Let me get to my own conclusion, okay? So,
oh, shit.
With that being said, this has been episode 181 of the Heavyweight Podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to Des,
the diva.
We'll see you.
She will be back soon.
Eventually.
But with that being said, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with us. Like, subscribe, share, and comment.
All that shit.
Till next time, we love you. Peace.
Peace.
Sweating. That's a wrap, y'all. That's how she rocks. So make sure you click like, subscribe. Tune in. We on all streaming platforms. So until next time, we'll holla at you.